We'd heard that he'd done great things for his country, and we'd also heard he had a very bad temper.
What do you mean you're not going to pay the taxes? Of course they're going to pay it. They must pay it. What makes them think they don't have to pay a tax just because they don't like it? Well, we'll see who doesn't pay their taxes. Get my horse. Get my army. Get me a latte. We're going to Judah. Hey,
Nebuchadnezzar did come to Judah, and there was a terrible battle, and we were all taken prisoner and made to go live in Babylon. When we finally got to Babylon, we found that Nebuchadnezzar really wasn't such a bad king after all. He gave us a nice place to live. Yay! He sent us to school. Yay! He gave us nice clothes. Yay! He gave us all nice, neat haircuts. Yay! He offered us goodies from his dinner table. Yay! No, our folks had taught us not to eat that kind of food. So we talked the palace guards into letting us eat the kind of food we'd been taught to eat at home. Then later, when we were called before the king, he said we were the strongest and the wisest of all the boys he'd captured. He was pleased with us. Yay! Which just goes to show it pays. he woke up. But then he couldn't remember what he dreamed. That made him angry, and you know Nebuchadnezzar could get very angry.
And if I
We talked about dreams for a long time, and then we prayed that our God would tell us what the king's dream was and what it meant.
Forgetful. Nobody loves me. If I could remember the dream myself, I wouldn't need them. I'll have their heads.
King Nebuchadnezzar?
What? Who are you?
I'm Daniel, one of the captives from Judah.
Who? Oh, yes, I remember you. What do you want?
I've come to tell you about your dream.
What?
I've come to tell you what you dreamed. Your wise men could not possibly answer your questions, and I couldn't answer them by myself. But the God my friends and I worship can.
Well, what did this God of yours tell you?
He told me about your dream, and this is how it went. You dreamed of a large statue, and the statue was made of gold and silver and brass and iron and clay.
Yes, I'm beginning to remember now. But there was more. Tell me the rest.
Then a big stone broke the feet of the statue, and the whole statue fell and was broken into a million pieces. Then the stone changed into a mountain, covering the whole land.
Yes, that was my dream. I remember it all now. Well, you've answered the hardest question. Let's see if you can tell me what it means.
It's a prediction of the future. You are a good king, and you're the gold in the statue. But the kingdoms to follow will not all be good. Some will be like silver, some like brass, some like iron, and some like clay, and they will all be destroyed. Then God will set up a kingdom which will not be destroyed, but will last forever, and it will cover the whole land, but it will be like the mountain, and it will cover the whole land, lasting forever.
This is the most astonishing thing I've ever heard. And you say this God of yours revealed it to you?
Yes.
Well, Daniel, you and your friends will have high places in my government. I'll even spare the wise men. How do you like that? In fact, I'm going to make a decree that all my people will know your God. This is my decree.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Your God is God of gods.
Our God is God of gods.
Your God is the Lord of kings.
Our God is Lord of kings.
A revealer of secrets.
A revealer of secrets.
Praise the Lord your God.
Praise the Lord our God. Let the people praise. Let the people praise. Let the people praise God.
governors and the captains and the judges and the treasurers and the counselors and the sheriff and the rulers of all the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which I, the king, will set up. And from this time on, whenever you hear the sound of the horn and the pipe and the lyre and the psaltery and the harp and the bagpipe, will bow down to the image which I, the king, have set up. Or I'll have you thrown in the burning fiery furnace.
Well, my friends and I couldn't believe our ears. We liked the king, and he had been very kind to us, but we could not obey his law. We couldn't bow down to a statue. We worshiped the one true God, and his law said, do not worship idols. It was a very hard decision, but we knew what we had to do.